all right. Welcome back, Sunrisers. Welcome back to the show. It's a beautiful Monday morning here in Kingston, Jamaica. It's the week of love.
Yes.
And what's love without a good
Mi
breakfast?
amore, mi amore.
Love for a hungry belly ain't it. In this breakfast is served, it's all about Pages in the Gardens. And their upcoming Valentine's Day soiree. It's happening this Friday at 7 p.m. and here to tell us how they promise to make Valentine's Day extra special through music, poetry, and of course, good food. We have executive chef and owner of Pages in the Garden, David Brown. Good morning, David.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Sir Brown.
Good morning.
And I want to add that Mr. Brown is also my friend.
Yeah?
I've been eating at Pages since back in the day at UWI, right?
Me too,
and
yeah.
listen, when you were eating at Pages, it was the elevated experience, right? Yeah, you didn't reach them time you can't eat at Pages. You understand? It's just a vibe.
Pages make enough people, back in the day, Pages make enough people eat wrap for the first time.
Yes, wrap and soup. And it was a different, you know, normally going to school.
It was something different.
It was very different.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, his Spanish rice. The Spanish rice.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Brown can tell you, but then we'll ask for more rice. But we're not asking more rice now.
No, we grow, we evolve,
yes,
you know.
It's no rice right now. But I want to thank you. And he's just, you're always
very friendly,
Mr. Brown,
good
very
service.
Friendly. And
Good
that
service.
was one of the things, the hallmarks of Pages. Great customer service. I've never seen Mr. Brown without a smile. And no matter how angry a customer might be or whatever, he's always wanting to make it better and please you. And that is so excellent. And that is why I continue to support Pages.
Always respect you. Always respect you for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, man.
Good vibes. So how everything?
Everything is wonderful. We're getting ready for Valentine's Day. As you know, it's a season for love, love for each other, love for all the beautiful creations that God has made for us. In Hope Gardens, there's lovely, beautiful trees, grasses, flowers, and of course, right there situated in the gardens is Pages in the Gardens, and we have some food which we are sure you will love. We use local ingredients, and we try to ensure that we put a twist on many of our dishes so people experience something for the first time. And we want to bring forth pleasure and passion. So we have a few dishes to demonstrate for you today. We have, first of all, our ribs, our red hot ribs, which will be served on our Valentine's night. It is done with a sorrel sauce and lots of herbs. This is the sorrel sauce? Yeah, this is the sorrel sauce right here.
It looks
very nice, very nice.
All right, let's go straight into the cooking and we can talk.
Fine. So I'll start off with another dish which is called forbidden breadfruit salad. And so we're going to just start with that. Of course, we promote the use of local ingredients as much as we can. So we're using breadfruit and we're turning it into a salad. Nice. So we start with the breadfruit. We like to use olive oil, coconut oil, any kind of oil can be used, but we try to go for the healthier ones. So first, we're putting in the breadfruit just to saute it a bit and make sure it's ready. And then we add lots of vegetables to it. That's why it's a salad. So we're adding carrots, julienne carrots. We're adding onions. And we're adding, of course, scallion, typical Jamaican ingredient. You have to add the scallion, your thyme, etc. And then we're also putting in our string beans, good for protein. In fact, this can be had as a meal by itself, especially if you're a vegetarian. And last but not least, we're adding our red sweet peppers or bell peppers because it's Valentine's Day. So we're
it's giving it a beautiful color there.
Fabulous. Then to this you can add your various seasonings, your garlic powder if you want, or fresh garlic, some Italian type seasonings. Again, it puts a twist on it because you're tasting Jamaican food, but with a little bit of a infusion of some Italian herbs and flavors. And then we also add plantain.
One of my favorites.
Typical Jamaican flavor.
Gift to the universe.
Right. And then we just toss this.
I like
Doesn't need to be cooked for long, and it's ready in a matter of seconds. So I can move on to the next dish for you.
Sorry, Mr. Brown, the breadfruit was what? Is roast breadfruit?
Roasted breadfruit, right?
Good.
And you peel it, then you just cut it up in cubes and have it ready.
Which
for
is why it
service.
doesn't need a lot of cooking time because it's already roasted, it's already cooked.
So come home from work, you want a quick meal, you just throw it in the pot, toss everything, you prep them before, and easy to go.
Nice.
All right?
You can just do that with some salmon, Dennis.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So let's talk about the salmon. The salmon is what we're calling salmon, roasted salmon, aka Caribbean Delight, because we have a few items in it that are very crucial to the Caribbean experience. We also have right here some vegetables as well. So it's roasted, so we're going to wrap it. So this is fresh salmon.
Yep, the dimensions are right.
Yes, getting ready to wrap. We're adding to it some vegetables.
Is that callaloo?
A little callaloo, because again, very Caribbean.
Yeah.
But you don't really want to put too much of anything because you want the flavor of the salmon to stand out. And that's very important. We're also adding some zucchini and a few other seasonings. So we have also here some scallion and some onions. Throw it in. Again, this can be very quick. Put it in for you. And the Caribbean Delight is found in our rummy rundown sauce. So this is a rundown sauce that's made, of course, with coconut, and we add some overproof white rum to it.
Oh, wow.
I have never heard of that one.
And of course,
I'm looking forward to that.
I should mention that it's good to really butter your foil paper first.
Yes.
Or you can pour some olive oil over it.
I didn't know that. I'm learning.
I didn't know that. I learned something
So
this
I'm
morning.
pouring this over it so that this will become.
So what time do the festivities start, Mr. Brown, at Pages in the Gardens?
They start at 7 p.m. on Friday evening. And we look forward to have you. We're asking you to come early because we expect a very good turnout. But we're trying not to
People are always looking for a great experience.
Yeah.
And speaking of the experience, tell us about the other side, other than the culinary side, the musical side, the artistic side.
Fabulous. We'll be having some of Jamaica's most renowned artists. We have Emily Elliott, who will be playing the cello, and she's exceptional. She's performed all over Jamaica and I believe internationally as well. We also have Dennis Rushton, who I know needs no introduction. Very famous. He plays all over Jamaica. Exceptional talent. And we have Soiree Small.
Oh, very well.
International acclaimed, yes. And he's exceptional on the guitar, Dennis on the piano. So we try to put forward the best that we can find for our clients. All right, so there's one other dish I can do for you very quickly. So let me just complete. The salmon is ready. Once it's ready, it can be slided on a tray or something, and you can roast it on the grill, or you can put it in the oven, whatever is easiest for you.
Yes.
But of course, just try not to overcook the salmon because it's important that it is not overcooked. Okay.
All right.
All right, that sounds interesting. So Pages in the Gardens this Friday, if you're looking for somewhere unique, somewhere different to go, and for an elevated experience at Hope Gardens, you can definitely try Pages. Their food is quite delectable, quite amazing, tantalizing, titillating.
Beautiful on the eyes,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it's going to be great on the palate.
Absolutely amazing. And then to hear the cello in the background and the piano under the stars, and the fact that they are nestled right there in nature. If you are a nature lover, it's somewhere for you.
And the perfect romantic
under
evening.
the stars.
You get your blanket, you maybe go early before 7 o'clock. You have your little romantic ting, 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 and then you just walk over to Pages in the Gardens. I think it's going to be great.
Great.
And we who've benefited from Casey performing in the past know that she is also an excellent performer. I mean, that atmosphere, I feel like people go and propose and marry them when the love energy reaches them. I really want to hear what a little foretaste of what's in store.
Yes. Thank you, Casey.
He fell in love. He saw my selfishness and my stubbornness, my malice and my greed. Yet he wanted more of me forever. He saw my lips, stained with gossips and insults, curses and slander. Yet he yearned for their kiss. He saw every flaw that my mirror, cold and cruel, refuses to hide from my eyes. Yet he called me his beautiful one, his darling, with love more pleasing than wine. He fell in love, but he didn't just fall in love with me. He fell in love for me. In love, he fell from the heights of heaven, the luxury and glory of perfect paradise, and came to a world riddled with sin for me. In love, he fell to his knees in anguish, sweating blood at the thought of the sacrifice he would make for me. In love, he fell 1, 2, 3 times, carrying a heavy cross of sin and shame for me. He loves me. He sings songs over me. He dances over me. Mighty warrior who lays down his arms